Crazy. And we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another CreateOS Lounge, first one of the week. It's Monday, so I think it's important to start with the right energy. Today, I'm joined by Alex, who brings plenty of that. So, how's everyone doing?
I am sure that everybody is really charged up for a new week after a hard weekend of building. I'm sure that there are fair amount of vibe coders in the midst. So yeah, let's get started. I think weekend is just a wrap up. Monday we open up to a new week. So excited to be here with everybody. So hi everybody.
Absolutely, and as always, there's troubles with X with the feed, so it's saying that it's untitled for some reason. So I'll share the link with the community now. You'll see it on our X profile. If you click on the icon, you'll be able to see that we're streaming, and so click on that, and you'll be able to tune in. But as always, X is always the most problematic out of all the socials. But I would say probably the most important thing is to start off by saying that to subscribe on our YouTube channel, because we are leading with what can I say, a video first strategy at 360 degrees to document everything we're doing. And of course, like, centerpiece is always CreateOS, and that's why we're doing this sort of live vibe coding sessions on top of the more technical ones that Juliana conducts. That last week was, if I'm not mistaken, how to migrate from GitLab to CreateOS and from Bitbucket to CreateOS, on top of additional building sessions. So there's so much content on the way, and like across the board. So yeah, literally across the board, long form, normal, new build and now episodes, shorts. So if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe on our YouTube channel, and there'll be plenty of entertainment coming your way. And I would say very what can I say, diverse kind of content as well. So it's not deeply technical, only deeply technical. It's very much multifaceted. So you'd have shorts about us touching on specific or specific discussions or specific topics that might be trending, and for us to weigh in. And so you won't necessarily have to go through the entire stream. If you don't want to, you can just consult the shorts and understand what we think about these kind of matters. And I think it's also, one last point before you, Alex, mega important right now to what can I say, have access to more constructive and lighthearted
One second.
content.
There's someone who is saying that they cannot hear anything. Can anybody in the chat say whether you are able to hear us? Is it just
Interesting.
Privada? Yeah, is anybody able to hear us? Can you just say something? I think I will irate the gods of the algo if I try and watch myself. But maybe we can try and do that. Let's see. Guys, that's how we troubleshoot all day, every day. That's what we do. Okay.
Yeah, it's important to be able to hear us. Let's see. Also asking on the crew.
Let's try and speak and see.
Hello, hello. Yeah, because we're.
It's very meta. I'm watching ourselves. I think it's working. Okay, I think it's on. Privada is only on your side. I am so sorry that you're unable to hear us. But let's try to troubleshoot for Privada in chat. It sounds.
Yeah, maybe connect and disconnect your earpiece. And but what I wanted to say is that please do subscribe also, because we're going through quite a bit of effort to produce this volume of content. And more important than ever, I think, is to have access to more constructive and, what can I say, lighthearted content in this difficult times that everyone's going through. It's not easy out there. It's rather what can I say, tragic, I would say, and it's not where I would like the world to be right now. But I don't want to hijack this session and
No,
you know what I mean, talk about this kind of
honestly,
stuff. But you know what I mean.
that's a good point. And actually, I think we cannot live in a bubble. Like a lot of
Mm,
people think that tech is something that is completely separated from real life, as if we can call a privilege to just put a fence and then just open a CLI, and then the world doesn't exist unless until we code, and we can you know feign ignorance over the wider social context. But in reality, all technology is political. All technology has a power for social change, social connections, social power. So actually, let's embrace what is our power with CreateOS to create impact, and an impact that you want to see with the product that you're going to build using CreateOS that can bring more connections, more support, more freedom, more depth of connections and relations among humans. Whatever are your values? Of course, I don't want to impose my own personal values, but I'm very value driven when it comes to myself, and I'm sure everybody who is vibe coding with an intent does have a different speed, a different motivation, a different energy. So whatever is your intent, use tech for good. And yeah, it's very important that you bring this, because we also don't want to be something that is separate from what is the wider context. And with CreateOS, of course, we're a small team with a new product, but I do believe that every line of code can make a difference. So let's go home, let's bring home the code that really makes a difference overall. Yeah. And
yeah,
just a
and
quick, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
no. It's just along the same lines that I would say in today with the access to technology and tooling that we have, everyone has a voice, right? And I would say be constructive with the use of your voice. So I think it's so easy to be, what can I say? And this is by no means like my personal view. It's just I think whenever I, given my role within the team, I have to sort of be, um, consulting feeds and stuff like that, and understand what's happening. It's just surrounded by a lot of non-constructive. I wouldn't say hate, but like just negativity across the board, right? So if you can be someone who comes in and brings in some positivity and just being proactive. So, for example, I don't know, yesterday I woke up, I went for a run, and then I built something. That kind of energy, I think, is A, contagious, and B, inspiring, and C, it also takes away from what others are talking about, which is not to diminish the troubles that others are going through. Actually, absolutely not. But that's not to say that within your own sort of realm and sphere, you can try and bring in some positivity. So I think that's very important, and it will. There is no expiry date on being supportive towards others as well, right? So it's and also I think building is fun. So uh, with the right tooling right now, you can do anything and everything. So I don't think there's an excuse like there was 20 or 30 years ago where you had to have technical knowledge to be able to have access to information or be able to do something with that information. Right now, if anything, it's the other problem where we're overwhelmed with information. So yeah, I would say channel your exposure as well. So if you think that you're overwhelmed with the negativity, which is what I did yesterday, just close your laptop and step outside. It's not. It's
Touch
yeah,
grass.
yeah,
Really do
exactly. I
that.
would say exactly. I would say
We have
sometimes
plenty of grass on screen. That's a
exactly.
sign.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's overemphasized, and it's important to be connected, but it's also important to be connected with the people surrounding you. So yeah, I would say that's an important message. And Alex, you wanted to say something, and then probably we can get started on ideating and then executing.
Sure. No, I just wanted to say hi to everybody. I can see people joining us from Twitch. Hi, Twitch community, from X, from YouTube, a few people. So thank you for being here. We did it as a reminder at the very beginning, but as more people are joining now, do subscribe if you can, especially on our YouTube channels. We're making an effort to post daily. We will have different content coming out every single day. And we have observed that a few people who were subscribed were automatically unsubscribed. So just check in case you were one of those. Do go back and check out. And yeah, I think we can just get started. We had a few thoughts, few exchanges on what to build, and we thought of getting something that is a bit more concrete for everyday's life, because we can vibe code for big platforms, big products, and big aspiration, but sometimes it's just fun to have a problem and solve it very quickly. And I think with CreateOS, can be productivity, can be just lifestyle, or just general, common problem that just now none of the platforms out there, none of the tools out there can solve properly. So we thought of getting into the realm of fitness and build something around that. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I really obsess over numbers. I have to motivate myself when I'm racing against myself, when I'm improving my own personal best, even if they're really bad. But I really want to see that progress in numbers. And also, I like to have something that can really honestly give me feedback very, very quickly and give me some ways to action on what it's real life. I don't know. I felt so many times of the fitness journeys because I had a very perfect journey in mind. And then for whatever reason, I got sidetracked. Maybe it was an injury. Maybe it was because I'm living in Singapore. So if it gets really, really hot or really, really rainy, then I have to just, change plans and I cannot go for runs and so on. Or just because life happens. But not having someone to help me recalibrate my journey, fitness journey, has always been a bit of an issue. So that is the problem statement that I brought to Eric, and I thought that we could try and solve it out within our about 40 minutes or so together to try and build something around it. What do you think, Eric? Is that feasible? This is something that you relate to as well as a problem statement, something that we can solve?
Yes, I would say. It's funny. I think like I listened to a podcast. This was a while back, probably like 4 6 months ago, probably less. I don't know. With the Replit CEO. I don't know what his name is. I'll tell you right now. Amjad Masad, and he was on Joe Rogan, which is, I mean, the biggest podcast in the world. And yeah, they were actually like, he was talking about Replit, of course, and it's a great platform. It goes without saying, one of the biggest ones for vibe coding out there. And Joe Rogan was asking him like, what can this app actually do? And Ahmad like actually had the idea of having like a fitness app vibe coding, and that's what he did in the car on his way to the podcast. So I think this could make for an interesting session. What did they do? I think we should be a little bit more specific. So maybe we can do it to tackle one of your issues, right, that you keep encountering within your journey, whether you want, because I think fitness is such a big realm. I'm a big fanatic as well myself. I train quite a bit, so it comes down to maybe we can do it tailored more to your experience, right? So, for example, if you're someone who does functional training, or someone who does running, or someone who does high rocks, which is all the rage now in Europe, or just whatever you want to do, I think maybe we can tailor it more to your problem statement. And I think the best app out there, fitness wise, is Strava. And the reason why it's so good, in my opinion, is that they were able to gamify running, which is always perceived as something a little bit,
Okay.
what can I say, non-fashionable slash easily commerciable. I don't know if that's a word, or like a way to monetize something that is painful. But the way they did it is that there is the social element of that you're able to share your runs with folks, and then it becomes gamified, and then it becomes competitive, and then it becomes, oh, let me check how quick Alex did her 10K. Can I try and beat it? And da 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 da. So yeah, those are my thoughts.
Nice. I usually, I have chorus. That is my
Mm-hmm.
poison of choice. And I know it's a bit niche. think a chunk of people would prefer Garmin, but I prefer because of the UI UX, because also of the flexibility. And I took it first. So in terms of what I normally do, or like the goals, overall goals, there are two big buckets of training that I do. One towards a high altitude treks. I've been on the Himalayas. I hope that I can go back there. So that is specific on running, but also having strength in the legs and in the shoulder to carry backpacks. And then I don't do like active climbing as such, but it's still like you have to really like train your lungs really, really well. Because once you are above, I think 3,000, you're going to start feeling it. 4,000, you're really going to swear. And so on, right? So that is one bucket. The other one that I've done, actively pursued, is boxing. And that is, again, high cardio, but then there is also the skill side, and there is like specific training that you want to track and log. And I've seen no app whatsoever who is able to track boxing properly. Like, no, like nothing. There are some very specific metrics that you may want to. Even just skipping the rope. Like I tried to skip the rope with chorus, and there is actually, but it's so bad. So I would say we can. Oh no, sorry, I'm gonna stop because you are instead a CrossFit person that I know.
No. But what metrics are you trying to track with these? Because look, it's calories are a nightmare. Like the most trusted thing is the thing that you because yeah, that's such a troubling like. So even watches from, I think climbing could be an interesting use case, and they've done it very well within like big cities to have like indoor climbing, and those have such huge communities. And it's become a thing, I would say, over the last like 2 or 3 years, or at least I hear it more. So and before no one talked about it, and I think he also helped with the guy from Writing Solo. What's his name? Alex Free Solo. Sorry, what's his name? Alex.
Honnold.
Yeah, who made climbing a little bit more fashionable. Maybe we could use climbing as a use case, right? And create. I don't know. You drive the seat. You're in the driver's seat in terms of.
I think we can keep it super simple, honestly. With that, doesn't even have to be like with metrics around a specific sport. I think if you can make it as simple as having a plan to begin with, right? So you're bypassing. Yeah, let's go like on the PRD side. So if you remember, guys, when we are preparing an app, we just start with requirements that will feed into a PRD. The PRD, which is the product requirements document, there would be with some rules that are specific to how you would express it onto an LLM. Then based on that LLM, on that PRD on the LLM, then the actual coding architecture and then the actual coding will happen. And then once you have that, you can make sure that you got everything that you needed. And then we can code it, preview it, deploy it on a local host first, and then deploy it with a public link. Everything can be done on CreateOS. We have ChatGPT, as you see. This is a separate tab. So this is an external IDE that we are using, but it's very easy to connect whatever is your environment, especially if you have a paid subscriptions elsewhere, that you can bring in onto CreateOS directly. Or you can even do this phase within CreateOS itself. That's also okay. But it depends. Like it's to your own taste, whatever you prefer. CreateOS is super flexible in that way. So
the first thing I did was copy and paste the prompts, the prompt guidelines. I think people who've been following us or saw our sessions from last week know this, but in this case, I've opened a new chat, so there isn't really any contextual memory for the best practices in place, especially for CreateOS. So all I did was simply copy and paste them here and say, take note of these CreateOS guidelines for the prompt we're preparing. And so yes, if you understood. So now it has those in mind as a framework and structure for what we're going to give it and optimize for accordingly, so that you're able to get the best output for your input being the prompt on CreateOS. Yes. So let's go.
Okay, so I would say one feature that I would really love to have is for the platform to receive my screenshots or the photos of my treadmills. And then from those numbers, to start tracking automatically my performance. I don't want to input manually.
So you're saying I take a picture of my whatever run or something that I've done on the treadmill, and it has to take note of those metrics and sort of put it in the bank, in a knowledge bank?
Yes, so there should be a tracker of my activities that is auto-generated based on image from
Fitness app.
Yeah, either a fitness app or like the I don't know, Life Fitness, those kind of machines that are pretty standard, I think.
Okay.
Because some things are very easy to track, some others are very, very bothersome. Like it's very stupid problem, but I think
image recognition feature capable of
extracting,
extracting relevant
fitness metrics. Yeah.
Fitness metrics from the from my uploads.
Gym.
Yeah, from my gym image
machines.
upload.
Yeah.
I say include message and uploads. What can I say? Metrics should be clearly visible, right, and readable.
Yeah.
In the upload. And then organize these. What can I say? Using a card format. And assigning a name of, you know what I mean? So that there is like a log in place. So for example, if you upload an image today of your run, that would be, or maybe we should give it so that we're able to give the name to the upload, right? So it could be run.
Can I?
Second
I honestly, if we could skip that altogether and see if we can pull it off, that would be dream paradise for everybody. Say that I take, like, I don't know, one day I'm going to do cross training and instead of running, I'm doing cycling. Right. The fact that there is RPMs should immediately, the LLM should be able to see, oh, this is cycling because there is RPM. There is no RPM anywhere else.
I think that's
it is a cycling machine, right?
But fair enough. I mean, per se, what we're asking is pretty ambitious, I would say, but it'll be interesting to see whether we're capable of doing this and extrapolating it. Well, yeah, let's see. So what do you say? Organize these using a card format, and that's it, right? And allowing the user to name the card.
Yeah, we can, even if we are pulling this off in itself, not learning from past build-a-thons live, even this alone would be like super stellar. If I were to group another like cluster of features, I think it would be really, really interesting to get the app to suggest a training plan based on current input and stated objectives. So there would be an intake form with questions that says, like, what's your age, what's your height, what's your weight, what's the longest that you can run, what's your pace, and what can you tell me more about your lifting and strength currently. That's it. Like, just give me a picture, give me a vibe for how healthy you are, how strong you are, how fast you are, what's your endurance level. And then one intake is, tell me what's your objective. So I want to go and do the Annapurna circuit in 8 months from now. That's it. And then you should come up with a training plan out of this.
Okay.
Too ambitious? Are we crazy? I think
No.
if we could do this, like, oh my God, that's it. Like,
So what you suggest is basically like a form where you ask these questions and then it automatically generates like a training plan based on the information that we provide. Is that
yes,
fair?
it will estimate. Yes, it will estimate where is my baseline, and then estimate what would be the delta to get to where I want to be, and accordingly plan my training over the period of time that I'm setting. If
Yeah,
I'm gonna
because
say, hey, tomorrow I wanna climb Everest, should come back and say, dude,
you're crazy.
you need
Yeah.
to chill. Yes.
Yeah, because essentially Strava does this as well, where, for example, it has within its DB, or however you want to say, like architecture, access to all the official races, right? So being half marathons and marathons around the world, the ones that are recognized, and you can, once you pay for the plan, right, and you log the ones that you've done and your times. Say you want to do the next one in, I don't know, I'm making this up, but say it's the half marathon in Berlin in April, right? And you have a target of sub 150 on the half. It gives you basically the best regimen, and of course you are able to provide your parameters of availability, right? So I'm able to train and go for a run 3 times a week, and then it provides like a plan tailored based on a your current status and standard, and b your goal that you've set, which is when and ideally what kind of performance you'd like to do. Does that make sense?
Yes. Perfect.
But that's
Shall we plan?
specific. So what do you want to do? Do you want to try this? You should
Let's
we
try this
frame
one
it a little
first.
better?
I think even if we
It's
just
fun for
let's
now.
maybe we can do like a first, yeah, phase one. Let's just build this, and then once this is done, then we can do phase two and add the second. Let's go like one step at a time. This is always exciting, right? They say that in general, LLMs are non-deterministic, means we really don't know what is going to come up on the other side.
So
Every single time is a surprise.
is this a yeah, because it's a black box, so you never know what you're gonna get out of
Yeah.
it, which is what makes fun of it. Plus, I've never built something like this, so I'm truly curious. Is this a fair assessment? For
Image
Jim,
upload for G maximum, yes, 100%.
image
Image recognition
recognition,
that extract, yes.
automatically extract instruction metrics such as weights,
Yeah.
reps, duration. Anyway, we'll see. This depends also as per the
Yeah.
image. Display extracted workout data. Yeah, allow users to
Yeah.
assign. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. We are good to go, guys.
What model would you like to use? We used Opus last week, if I'm not mistaken, with
Um,
Roberta.
I, I think so. We did. And last week we
We
did
did.
Sonnet, I think.
Yeah,
Or
we
the
did.
no Haiku, I think.
No, I think we did
Sonnet.
Sonnet. Should we try Haiku?
Let's try Haiku.
Or maybe something we could use is that. Let's try this. Let's see. Available models are Haiku, Pop-Up, Sonnet, and Opus. 4.6. Well suited model for this prompt.
Yeah, while we wait for this to unroll, hi to everybody who is joining you. I can see more people joining in. It's so nice to see this code party always get bigger and bigger. It's really nice.
Okay, so Sonnet is the.
Okay.
Let's try. reasoning, it's thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, as a call to action to anyone who is live, but then even if it's not live and you see this as a recording, this is the interface, this is the functions. If you ever see that there are some features that you would like to request,
Let us know.
do shout out. We are actively scouting for how to, where to take the product and new features, anything that our users need and want. We are putting into a wish list, and then we are working our way through all the changes that you see. They are coming from actual users asking us for additional features, additional models, or additional integrations, MCPs. Everything is done with all the users in mind.
Always. This is, I mean, the true definition, dictionary definition, I would say, of building in public. Like, I don't know how the I don't know what would be more public than this. Is probably me being in a square doing it with other people, but we're doing it with you virtually. And something that I noticed this morning as I was doing it is that like the product moves so quickly that sometimes even I discover things. Of course, I'm well aware of all the major updates, but something that I was pleasantly surprised by is that you're able to now track your credit utilization live as the system runs, right? So as you put in your prompt here, you're able to keep track of, to have full visibility live of your credits utilization based on the prompt provided. So I think that's very important for you to have, transparency over how your credits are being utilized based on what you provided. And as always, the more ambitious your prompt, of course, the more demanding it's going to be from a credit standpoint.
Yeah.
So
So also, for those that are more skilled than us in coding, of course, you can just explore the actual code base. Like
exactly,
we, so that is all transparently available to you. You can then take this and do whatever you want. If you don't want to deploy on CreateOS and for whatever reason you have another environment, the code base will always be for you to take to your GitHub in one click.
absolutely.
And then there is no lock-in. We mean it, at every phase. So you decide where you want to use CreateOS and what phase of your journey. And if you want to do the end-to-end journey, you will see this is us demonstrating that it's very easy, even for
Exactly.
non-tech developer. Yeah.
Couldn't have said it better.
Okay. How are we
So
doing?
before we look at the preview, I wanted to basically recognize how effective the prompt was because you are basically speaking the same language, the language that it understands best, right? Which is break down the features that you'd like, and it basically recognizes them with basically the same. Of course, here it uses technical terms, data model and delete confirmation, UI UX, clean, white cards, blue accent. Okay, so here it went a little bit on a tangent based on its personal taste. But let's see. Fitness tracker, upload gym machine screens, and like to track your workouts. Okay. Okay. You seeing this, Alex?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
This is a good start. I would say the proof now, the first check is to ensure, to see if it works, right? So let's say treadmill screen picture. Alex, help me choose one, please. Maybe this. It's the classic techno gym.
Yeah. Or techno gym or live fitness. They're all good. Oh, those are fancier. Yeah, that's perfect, I think.
It's in German, but I think I will still understand it. No, what do you think? Should we just try?
Let's try.
Okay, guys. This is interesting. Nope. Where am I? Here? Nope. No metrics detected. Okay. Maybe I should choose a better image.
Okay, I'm sending you live. I'm sending it to you on Telegram, my own image. So guys, don't shame me. This is me running, doing my workout today.
We'll launch a new trend: fitness in public.
Maybe that's actually something that we should do.
Okay, let's try. I want to try also both yours and this one.
As the OC, yeah. Okay, let's try this one first.
No. Okay.
I mean, we have to enable the OCR, hopefully. Let's see.
Too many pages open. Okay. I think image recognition was always going to be an ambitious one, but this is yours, right? No.
Oh, I think it would be on our Telegram folder. Usually it's saved on a Telegram folder. Yep. Yep.
Okay. Try the uploading. So some troubleshooting is required.
I like that on the chat there is let's wait for the surprise. There is always a surprise. You don't know when the surprise is going to come, but there will always be a surprise.
Always. I'm a little bit scared that it will standardize as per the image that you provided, but we'll see.
Okay, cheat code. I have put before today this image on an LLM, and it was able to read. So an LLM itself on its own is able to read that image.
So I think we'll be able to get that for sure.
So we should be. So
I think it's just a matter of understanding whether, for example, this format is a little bit different from this format. So if it's able to do it like this as well, with an upload like this as well.
So in parallel, I'm asking Claude, we're using Sonnet 4.6, right?
Yeah.
So are you able to extract?
4.5.
Oh, 4.5. Oh, I don't have Opus. Sorry, Sonnet 4.5.
Okay. Let's see. No, the incline is not even correct. Why not?
I think it doesn't like my image for whatever reason. Guys in the chat, if you want to troubleshoot with us,
Yeah, honestly.
this is a good time to do troubleshoot with us. Is Claude down? No.
No. So basically, well, you're seeing what I'm seeing, but what I'm doing. But essentially, with as per the latest prompt, it wasn't able to get what I wanted. And so what I asked is I tried testing it, but it wasn't able to recognize all the metrics, ensure that the feature is able to read any and every number, including any image uploaded, and look for the closest metric to that number. So let's see if it's able to understand that. I think just in general, this is a pretty ambitious with image upload. I've tried doing it in the past, and it's not as simple as putting together a templatized front end in the form of a simple website. This is, it's more reactive work that it has to do. But we're here to test what's possible, and not as if I'm not trying to insinuate that this is by any means hard, but sorry, anything too elaborate, but it is, I think, for us, and we're taking a step by step here. So
Okay, I am testing other models. It's interesting enough. And actually, Grok had no issues whatsoever. He's giving me treadmill displays, shows calories 333, distance 4.10, incline 20, which is actually bonkers. I don't know why my treadmill would say 20. But anyway, so time elapsed 3350.
Okay, so I uploaded it, and it did better. So it did pick up the metrics, or at least some. So 323, which is your calories count. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. I think I'll do it again. I think I'll basically do the same thing. Analyze. So it picked up your, well, not at all. The only thing that it did correctly was pick up your calorie. Okay, interesting. 358.
41.
41 here because it's 4.010.
10. Yeah.
So maybe something that we can do is numbers will be provided also with not decimal places, but how can I say? Like you have to speak in the format that it'll understand it. So integers and with semicolon to separate, right, for time.
Yeah, just maybe say distinguish between 410 and 4.10. I would just be very.
Ensure that the reading.
Yeah, Grok had no issues whatsoever. Let's try ChatGPT. Sometimes it's also, that's also actually an interesting conversation to be had, because broadly speaking, some models would be very, very good at everything, but maybe still not able to do that one thing that you really need them to do. Or whatever reason, just because it's a black box in many cases. So it's interesting also to see, you also have to vibe with the right LLM and switch. I don't know if it's the same for you, Eric, but I am not committing to just one LLM.
No, you can't. You can't.
My stack, yeah.
The only thing that I'm sort of, I won't say sold on, but that I'm more leaning towards when it comes to putting together basis of writing, where I actually need to have like external inspiration in terms of references and stuff like that is Perplexity, just because it's is the standard, and I think I would say the benchmark when it comes to not having any hallucinations for when it comes to external references and stuff like that. Because I purchase it like academic journals and academic writing, where for writing purposes, that for me has been the best. But for general stuff, for vibe coding as well, I don't. You can't. I feel like you'd be putting yourself at risk by committing to just one, because in this AI war, war in the sense that it's a constant game of one-upping one another, you can't, right? Because there's so much innovation on a weekly basis, on a daily basis even.
Why don't we do something wild? Why don't we open a new project and we run exactly the same prompt, but using ChatGPT? Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do like a face-off of LLMs. Let's see.
Let's try.
Rather than try. Are we able to switch midway?
No, not at all. No, you have to try a new one. So
yeah, try at the bottom. Actually, guys, we're also testing. You see how non-dev we are. Go back to CreateOS.
Yes.
I've never tried to do it. At the bottom, you see on the no. Look, or you're already committing to creating the whole thing.
No, you can't.
You see?
Or you can.
Ah, you can.
But I don't know if you're able to.
Let's try to break it. Just ChatGPT. This is the kind of silly things that, as a non-developer, I would try and do, and then go to the engineer and ask, "Hey, I broke it. Please help me." See if we can. Guys in the chat, what do you think? Is this going to work or not? Because I've done it on ChatGPT and it just did it in a second. And it ended my prompt to just extract the metrics from the image with also, if you want, I can also calculate average calorie burn per kilometer and projected 5 kilometer finish time from this session.
So it's feasible for sure.
Yeah, it's just a matter of cracking the right way. And why is he complaining about OCR?
What do you think? Should we ask it to make these adjustments?
I think it's overdoing it.
Or do you want to start a new session, provide the same prompt?
Let's start a new session. Let's try to start a new project.
So go back to create. Actually, no, this was start a new one. I use the same exact prompt and the starting one, but with Codex 5.2.
Yeah. For anyone joining only now, we are creating a fitness tracker.
We're trying to.
Clearly.
And by the way, considering that it's become now a weekly appointment now, this and a weekly occasion, if it's not today, we'll keep iterating on this for the next one, so that we're able to keep going and eventually crack it. We won't. I think it's realistic, especially as the asks become more ambitious, to assume and expect that every session will go from iteration, prototype, iteration, and deployment within the same hour, right? I would say that if we're able to do that every time, maybe we're not being ambitious enough and dreaming enough. So yeah, if we're not able to crack it today, we'll be back at it next time, and under maybe a different angle or something like that. But yeah, we'll get to the bottom of it.
And definitely, if anyone wants to join us for the next sessions and
Let us know.
with us, you've seen our last session was with Roberta, who tried to build with us an employment tracker, like a job applications tracker and analytics dashboard. So yeah, if you have ideas, we actually are still running a call for Build It Now applicants. If you feel like this is something that you would like to do, you've seen our campaign, Build It Now, has a spotlight on the builders that are using CreateOS. And the idea is to just get within one session to go as far as possible, ideally build it in the open like we're doing now, but with a more ambitious and detailed and sophisticated specs. We are building as non-tech builders. On the Build It Now, it would be great to have way more. Okay, this is completely different. Nice.
Lift Lens Fitness Tracker. Okay. Yeah, but where are they?
Try to put safeguard.
Treadmill run. Let's put mod date. Interesting.
That's disappointing because it can do it. So what's in the prompt?
What's
the prompt again? Okay, you know what? Let's change the prompt and remove image recognition.
Okay.
And then just put extract relevant fitness metrics.
So you want me to start a new session?
Yeah. Yes, let's open a new session also with ChatGPT, but remove image recognition, because I think the moment that we name image recognition is going to go down the OCR route, and we don't have an OCR set up. It should be able to do it by itself without us having to set up an
so here
OCR.
we're saying image upload feature, that's okay, right? And then should we do
extract? Yes, just put extract. It's already there.
Extract relevant fitness metrics from the
uploaded man. Let's try. Let's see. Yes, for anyone. So Winner of Glory, nice nickname. That's very nice. Yeah, take your time. We are, of course, the Build It Now campaign would be a long-standing campaign running.
Yeah.
We have received so many applications. We are really overwhelmed with the support, and it's really humbling to see that so many want to come and build with us. So definitely take your time. And when you feel ready, when you have your application that you would like to display with us, or you would like to extend and get visibility with us, then just
let us know.
Put your name forward. Yes. Yeah. Or you can already submit and then let us know that you want to wait, and that's also okay. That's also okay.
Yeah, we also wanted to thank all the builders who showed their support for the Builder Now and Earn challenge that we ran this weekend, right? The logic behind it was that we know that everyone has not everyone is a full-time builder, so you might have full-time gigs, and you're only able to vibe code or build on the side when you have some free time, which more often than not tends to be weekends for some folks. So we wanted to run this challenge, which provided the opportunity of having $100 in ad spend for a winning project, as well as being featured on the marketplace. And yeah, we were very, very grateful for the number of builds that we received. We're in the process, the team is in the process of reviewing them, and then a winner will be announced soon. Such challenges and side quests, I think it's a better way of actually calling them, given the short duration, will be, we'll run similar ones going forward as well, because it's all in the spirit of building. And yeah, so I just wanted to thank everyone who took part. And so Alex, this is what I was able to do. I really like the UI better than the one that was from Sonnet. I don't know if you're muted, Alex. Yeah, you are.
I'm muted. Yeah, it's okay. It's good.
It doesn't let me upload it. What the hell? So desktop. Nope.
Even if you click open.
Yeah, no.
Uh-oh. It's getting worse, guys.
Yeah. I'll give it one last try, and then we'll keep going from the next one. By the way, this is not the product enable. It is just unable. Is maybe like our semantics, or like the way the language we're using is not as, it's not effective, I would say. So it's definitely a learning curve for me as a builder, I would say, in general. So to keep in mind as well.
Yes, guys, don't blame the tool. Blame the the builders.
Yeah.
It is us. But I think there is I don't know if it is helpful or not, but I guess the message for everybody is that, the journey is as interesting as getting to the finish line. Every
Absolutely.
single time that I code, there is something that I learn, something that, I don't understand, and then I inspect and I get to learn. As a marketer, having this level of exposure to the builder side, the technical side, is definitely refreshing. It's something that on one side, of course, I would like, and I do build tools that I use in my daily work as a marketer. And I'm learning more and more, and the lines are blurring for me as a marketer, as it is with a more technical type of building for the marketing process. And then on the other, as a marketer of products for developers, it really helps me better appreciate, understand, and empathize with what is the journey, because I am in the folds, like doing exactly the same type of work, which is a win-win, I hope, all around. Okay, so there is a troubleshoot. Try again. Did he fix it?
Preview extraction status metrics status. Say morning run. Nope. Okay, we'll have another shot at redemption in the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is definitely feasible, and we'll get to the bottom of it. And yeah, I would say, yeah, go on.
No, I sense Eric's frustration, which is always very productive.
Yeah,
Which means like, dang, it should happen. So I know what is going to happen now. Eric will
Yeah.
pretend to be working on NodeOps marketing, but what we'll actually be doing is just building this.
No, I'll get to the bottom of it, but I think it's most useful if we do it together in the next one, for sure. Like, I don't know if you answered this question right. How long will the Builder Now challenge will last? Yeah, I think you did answer. Or no? The challenge, which one are you referring to? If it's the, I know they sound similar. We'll probably use a little bit more like a different one. It's probably like a name for a side quest or something. But the weekend one that we ran is over. Ran until this morning. Is the build and now and earn, which had $100 in ad spend plus being featured on our marketplace up for grabs. But as I mentioned, we'll have mini sprints like these running on a recurring basis going forward. So it wasn't like a one-off at all. We were very not surprised, but like pleasantly surprised by the number of builds and interest. So yeah, there'll be more. And at the end of the day, we have a market, like we've put together a unified workspace for builders. So the more the better, and there's no cap on the number of builds that you bring to the table and to the workspace. The more the better, of course, for us, and the more we'd be happy to accommodate for you. Today's session was a learning curve, I would say. I wouldn't say unsuccessful because, as you mentioned, Alex, it's a learning process. That's literally what it boils down to. So next time we will know better. And yeah, I would say thank you very much, Alex, and it's been a pleasure. And as always, please do subscribe on YouTube because there's more and more content coming your way. And there's a new episode within a new country on Wednesday coming out, and we don't want to say which country or anything more. But if you subscribe, you'll be among the first to be notified about it.
Nice. Thank you, everyone. As usually, it's a great pleasure. It's great fun. I hope everybody had a good time. Do subscribe, do follow, engage, join the community, and I'll see you next time. Looking forward to it. It's going to be
Thank
fun
you very
again.
much. And thank you,
Bye,
Dancy,
everybody.
for subscribing.